poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon. We're back with another video. Get in here, everybody, get in here. It's time for a story time. Listen, I've been supposed to get this story time out to you guys for a couple of weeks now, but it's finally here. I'm home, I'm settled in, and now I can tell you guys the story the way I want to. You know what I mean? Like, in order to tell a good story sometimes, you just got to be in the mood to tell the story. And so I've been on you guys this Offset birthday party sneaker ball story for a minute. So now's the time that I'm going to tell you guys the story of when I went to his party. So you got to listen carefully because there's a couple of details beforehand that just make the story even more interesting, okay? So grab a cup, grab a seat, grab a blunt, grab a snack, put me on your TV, put me on your Bluetooth, turn me up in your radio, in your car, and let's get into this story, all right? Boom. So Offset's birthday actually was scheduled. I don't actually know the exact date of his birthday, but it was like a week or 2 weeks before the actual party. And so apparently a lot of people wanted to come because a lot of people were coming to the party. They needed to get a bigger venue and they just wanted to make sure that it was right. So they pushed it back a week, which was the 21st. Okay. But prior to that, Cardi B had been posting that there is a sneaker, that his party was like sneaker themed. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I seen that she posted that, I hit her up. I'm like, girl, I want to go. And listen, I'm a firm believer in if you don't ask, you don't receive. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. And so in my mind, I'm like, well, if I got to connect to her, if I can at least DM her and she'll see it, and I've been to her party, then I should be able to go to Offset's party. You feel me? Because I met him at her party and, I had a blast at her party. So why not go to Offset's party? Okay. So, I hit her up and I was like, I want to go. Like, when is the party? I'm trying to get the details. But at the same time now, I'm trying to move, right? I'm still trying to move to LA, but I'm still keeping my options open about going to the party. Cause I still want, how you want the invite, even if you can't go. Sometimes you just want to know that you could have went if you wanted to. That was kind of the energy I was on when I hit her up. And she was like, well, I don't have any details about it yet. But when I do, I'll let you know. Boom. So in the midst of that, I had no details for the party. I think it was actually the week of his birthday or a week before. Anyway, it was a couple of weeks before the actual party. However, I was still looking into moving to LA. I had been applying for places and looking, to move because I still had to do my thing for my regular life. So I ended up finding a place in LA and I ended up going out to LA and looking and signing a lease for an apartment, right? Now, this is like maybe a week or 2 weeks before Offset's party. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I had forgot about Offset's party because in my mind, I'm like, girl, I had just went to LA. And so, girl, I'm not going back because now I got to move. Like, who do I think I am? I'm not going to be doing all that extra. You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, I started thinking about the place that I found. And I was like, this is a nice place, but I wonder if they have another place. I kind of felt like I rushed into this spot. You know what I mean? So I was looking on the website because this company that where I moved, they own a lot of different properties, right? And so I was looking on the website and I was trying to see did they have any other places available. And sure enough, that they did, and they had a place that I really, really liked that was available. And this time I didn't have to fly out to I didn't have to come to LA to look at it because I'd already seen the area. I already knew what the area looked like. I already got a feel for it. All I needed to do was just see the new place and decide if I wanted it or not. So we did like a virtual interview kind of thing. I realized I liked the place. So then I was like, okay, well, I want to kind of break the lease at this place that I just signed like a couple of days ago. And I would like to get this place. And so the lady was like, okay, cool. No problem. Boom. So right after that, I get a DM from Cardi B with the address, with the information, with the confirmation that I am legit confirmed for Offset's party. Like, I can go to the party. Like, that's how she works. She just sends you want to go? Boom, here's the info. And I'm like, oh, girl, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go because, girl, I just got to LA. But thank you. And she's just like, whatever. She sent it over to Freshie. She said, add Armon Wiggins to the list. Freshie was like, I love Armon Wiggins. Freshie is Offset's publicist. And he was like, we're adding him now. And then so I DM'd Freshie and was like, Freshie, thank you so much. I really appreciate you adding me to the list. And he was like, no problem. I said, can I come with a +2? He was like, let me know who you're bringing. I'll give you guys all friends and family. I'm like, okay, no tea. Boom. Still wasn't sure if I was going or not, right? Because am I going to Offset's party? Am I going to Offset's party? But we just got a new place. But I was planning on, I found out the Offset's party was on the 21st, but then the new lease that I was going to sign, I was going to go fly out to LA December 30th to sign a new lease. So I was really conflicted because I'm like, girl, I got the invite. So I kind of want to go now. But then I'm like, I got to go back to LA in a week. So I just don't know. My phone rings again with an email from the manager for the apartment complex. And she's like, we need you guys to come in on the 21st to sign your lease. Can you do that? And I'm like, as a matter of fact, I can. You know what I mean? Why not kill two birds with one stone? So I had to go sign my lease on the 21st. And I had to go, and then Offset's party was on the 21st. So it was a no-brainer that I would go to the sneaker ball after I finished handling my business. What a celebration. You know what I mean? You sign a lease in LA, then you go to party at Offset's. You go to Offset's birthday in the same day. Absolutely. So immediately once we decided that that's what the plan was, instead of driving back to LA like I did the first time, because I'm like, girl, I'm not going to do all this driving because I just drove to LA a week ago, and then I'm going to go to Offset's party, and then when I come back, I still got to drive back out here on the 30th to move in to my apartment. I'm not going to do all that driving. So let me go ahead and book a flight. I'm going to book a flight for that Tuesday morning. Okay, I'm going to get on that flight. We're going to go sign that lease. We're going to go party with Cardi and Offset. And Wednesday, I'm flying back home because I have to be an adult. I have to be grown. I have things to do. I can't be playing around with you girls out here like that. But I'm still going to the party. So then I'm like, oh my God, I have nothing to wear. So I went to the back of my closet and I found an old tunic, that I could wear a little. It's a mix of Billy Porter and Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? It's a mixture of both of them with a splash of Armon on it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, well, I'll make this work. I'll come out the closet. Then I threw my little mask on and was giving my Kanye vibes. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, I can make that work. I need a sneaker though. Now, here I am. I'm not competing with Offset because I can't. My money just don't even add up. So I'm just like, I'm not even about to try to compete with nobody. I'm gonna do what's within my means. So I'm gonna go to a little sneaker shop. You know what I'm saying? And get me a little 1-1, get me a little Jordan 1. You know what I mean? Whatever I can get out of there that I feel is suitable for the night. Ended up getting me a little flexor. You feel me? And we're out. Okay. And so boom, we're headed on to the sneaker bar. Well, yeah. Now, fast forward. I'm in LA. We're headed to the sneaker ball. So boom. So now I'm feeling myself because I'm like, okay, we're going to the sneaker ball. I got my two homeboys with me. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to arrive in style like they arrived in style at Cardi B's party. See, when I went to Cardi B's party, I learned there's a certain aesthetic that you have to arrive in. You come with your Uber Black. You come with your photographer. You come with your camera guy, and if you're really, really bad and popular and famous, you come with security. Okay? I didn't come with all that. I came with my man and our friend and myself. But I did have the Uber Black. I did pull up in the Uber Black. I'll tell you about the Uber Black in a second, okay? So I was feeling myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to pull up in the Uber Black, and I'm about to get out, and it's about to be like, oh, that's Armon, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so mind you, I get in the Uber. Mind you, it's $100, girl. The Uber is like $100. So I get in the Uber, and we ride, and we're really riding in style. We're on our way to Cardi B's party, or Offset's party, and it was at like this mall, like where they have this Dave & Buster's. It was like a big mall shopping center, right? And so you have to go in order to park your car. You have to go into the parking garage. Now the Uber driver is driving in circles because he cannot figure out where to let us out at. And I'm thinking it's going to be like Cardi's party. You could clearly tell this is where it was at. It was black cars lined up. This is where the event is at. This wasn't like that. This was actually like a shopping mall center. These fools have rented out a whole, I don't know, this could have been a freaking store in the mall and converted it into a sneaker gala. Like they really spent the coin. They really spent a lot. Like this, they literally rented out a section in the mall. Okay. So here we are trying to figure out where to park, and I'm looking like I'm nervous because I'm like, oh, am I gonna pull up? Are people gonna be expecting me to be somebody that it'd be disappointed that it's just my broke ass? You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking like, like now that I'm in the Uber, I'm second guessing because it's so much attention that comes with it. Because it's almost like, well, when you get out of here, you better be somebody because it's like it's a lot of that. So a piece of me was kind of hoping like and glad that we didn't even get out on the right spot. Like, girl, the Uber driver ended up dropping us off around the corner somewhere where nobody seen it. Okay. But see, a piece of me was okay with that because I kind of wanted that to happen as I got closer. Like, oh, girl, I'm a little nervous. But then after I thought about it, I'm like, girl, I paid $100 just to get dropped off around the corner. I could have drove my car, took a basic Uber. Nobody seen me. That's because all the Ubers in the black cars and stuff was driving into the parking garage instead of just like pulling up on the side of the establishment. Like, anyway, so we get in this Uber and no one even sees me get out of the Uber black. So I just blew $100 for nothing. You know what I mean? So just to have to walk up a hill to the party. Okay. So we walk up the hill to the party. We get up the escalator. It's a line wrapped around the corner. I'm just like, oh, girl, this is about to give me anxiety. I know this is about to give a lot. This is about to give a lot. So it was the general admission line, and then it was the press and media line. It was a bunch of people lying saying there was press. It was a bunch of people pushing and shoving, trying to get in. It was a lot going on, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't do this. Here I am having anxiety because I'm trying to do the whole like, look at my phone, here's such and such. I should be on the list. And I'm like, no one is hearing me. No one is hearing me. And mind you, it's nothing but women working at the front. And I'm just like, I'm a little nervous. I always be nervous with that because I'm like, this is a nigga party. Women are working at the front. Here I am, the gay boy. I'm not interested in none of these women. They're not interested in me. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to them trying to make sure that I get in because I'm not looking at none of the girls. The girls ain't looking at me. And so I really, I'm just a waste of space at this point if it comes down to capacity. Then people were just pushing and shoving, trying to get in. And the girl's like going off. Stop. It's too many niggas trying to get in here. We want nothing but females first. I'm like, oh, girl, I'm not getting in here. I'm not getting in. I knew it. This is why I don't do these parties. I'm not getting in. My friends is looking at me. My man, they looking at me like, you thought you was going to get in here, huh? Now you got us out here looking stupid. We done flew all the way out here. We're not getting into the party. And I'm looking like, no, we're going to get in. And I'm thinking to myself, no, child, we're not going to get in. This is why I don't do this. A piece of me was ready to call Cardi B, but I'm like, girl, the audacity of you to think that you can just call Cardi B. Like, what is she going to do? But anyway, I'm like, you know what? No, think about it, breathe. Now, there's this one girl, she was a publicist or she worked with she just was really, really nice. I don't know. I wish I knew who she was because I would send her some flowers or buy her some lunch because, baby, you saved my life. So I said, hey, sweetie, hey. I try to be so nice because here's the thing what I also learned too. I know that it's busy, but, once people get a little bit of power like that, not all people, but the power, the control to see who's on the list and to let you in and this, that, and the third. Ooh, child, you talk about some power and authority and some ego and some attitudes. Then people, what, what, no, like, I'm just like, oh, okay, Armon, just relax, because it's a lot of people trying to get in, so they have to do this. This is a part of it. So I'm just like, okay. But I went up to her, I said, hi. Yes, so I'm supposed to be on the list. I talked to Freshie. This is a list that I'm supposed to be on, like a friends and family. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm supposed to be on that list. She was like, okay, here's what you do. There is a secret entrance if you go around, make a left, don't tell nobody. There's a secret entrance there. Go get your wristband and you can get in. That was the VIP entrance. I was in the general admission and in the regular entrance. So I was like, oh my God, yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. So I hightail it around the corner to go to the VIP entrance, all to be halted by the two girls that were sitting in the front. And baby, they, if testing my patience was a person. Okay, so we get there, and the girls, they're flipping their page, looking, who's on the list, who's not. Then if they homegirls walk by or another homegirl, they was passing wristbands to certain people, and then we having us wait. And I'm just like, I'm trying to be cool. You know what I mean? Just wait your turn. And I'm trying to show, say, hey, I'm on the list. Trying to get, she looking past me. I mean, it's just giving a lot. And so I'm like, okay, just wait. You're gonna get there. Just wait. You're gonna get there. Finally gets to me. Like, she finally acknowledges me. And I'm like, yeah, so yeah, I should be on the list. My name is Armon, you know what I mean? What's your name? Armon? Let me see. What? Let me see your ID. Here it is. Oh, okay. I'm like, oh yeah, girl, Fish is giving me a lot, because Fish could tell, girl, I'm one of the girls. You know what I mean? Like, girl, I'm not into you, you're not into me. It's very much, girl, oh, okay, just one of the queens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was kind of giving that, like, I mean, it's not all girls, but Fish gives that. Once they clock that you're a queen, it's kind of like, girl, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, she's kind of giving me a lot, because I was like, well, she gave me 2 wristbands, and I'm like, well, I'm supposed to have +2. So I'm supposed to have 3 wristbands. It's 3 people with me. It's me and 2 other people. She gives me 2 wristbands. And I said, well, I need one more. She was like, this says +1. And I said, well, it's really +2. And I'm looking, and then I pull up the email from Freshie. Now, he's literally Offset's publicist. I don't know who these other girls were. Freshie is literally the guy. And I'm literally talking to the guy. He literally Cardi B literally messaged him about me. And he literally confirmed with her, and then literally confirmed with me. And I'm showing her this. And she's like, it says too. Next. I'm like, oh. I'm just like, girl, let me get up out of here. Because the queen was about to come out of me, because I'm like, Fish always like to try it, girl. They always want to try it. They like to try it. They love to try it. And I'm just like, she's like, it says 2. I mean, it says 1. And gave me the two wristbands, like my other friend was going to sit outside. So I'm just like, okay, girl, let me go inside. So I'm waiting in line, because now I'm like, I have to find Freshie. I'm texting Cardi B, are you here? Because now I'm getting desperate, because now I only have 2 wristbands. And I have one other person standing outside. While now my man and his friend are standing outside, but I'm going in there. Now I'm about to go in. And I got to go hunt down Freshie, who's hosting, who's trying to make sure that this whole party is happening right, to ask him for another wristband. So girl, so mind you, the entrance that I walk in, and remember this, so the entrance that I walk in is the VIP entrance. All the celebrities, all the A&Rs, all the who's, everybody with VIP gets through this entrance. And when you walk in, it's an immediate red carpet. Girl, I didn't even get to do the red carpet. I walked past the red carpet part, right? Because now I'm in the bar, I'm in the club, and it's a lot going on. But all I'm doing is trying to find Freshie, because I'm like, girl, I have 2 people sitting outside, so I can't even enjoy what's happening right now. Okay? So I'm just like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm trying to find Freshie each and every way. And so I'm messaging Freshie. I'm just like, girl, I am so sorry, but I thought I had two people. He was like, you did have two. Let me tell you something. I really, really love Freshie because he has this personality that is very much, but he cares about you. You know what I mean? Like he's cool. He's cool. Like if you don't get it, you'll be offended. But he's really, really cool, right? So, so I'm looking around and I'm like trying to find Freshie. It's other girls that's helping, helping with the thing. And I asked one girl, I'm like, hey, can you kind of help me? I just need one more. Can you help me with No, I said, can you help me? She gonna say, probably not, but what do you need? I mean, like, giving all of that, I was just like, girl, I do not want to talk to nobody else. Because they, you can see all the people that say, like, they part of the event. And so I would ask them, like, girl, I need some help real quick. Can you really help me? Probably not, but what can you do? What do you need? Then I told her my problem is, oh, yeah, I can't help you with that. I'm just like, oh, girl, this is why I hate this Hollywood shit. Like, I hate it, okay? Long story short, Freshie comes out. He's like, Armon, follow me. Let's go. Where are your people? Tell them to come around the corner. Hurry up now. I'm like, I called him. I'm like, come around the corner. Hurry up. Right. And so they come around the corner. I said, Freshie, they are coming. He says, you only said one. I mean, I'm like, yeah, they, meaning like, I only need one more wristband. Like, he's like, oh, okay. So then he gives them the wristbands. We get in. We have a good time. So now we're in the club. He gives me the second wristband for my other homeboy. So now we all got the wristbands. We're all three there. We're in. Okay. So boom, we get into the party. Now I can finally relax because all my people's in the party. Now I can feel myself. And let me tell you something. This party was beautiful. And I'm not going to lie to you. It was a little bit better than Cardi B's party. I love you, Cardi. But this venue was a little bit better. They had the thing that takes the pictures, but this party had like 5 or 6 different rooms. It was like they had the sneaker theme all through the party. They had bars everywhere. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start, child. They had the big stage and in every room they just had strippers and it was just booty and they was throwing it and clapping and it was just a lot going on in this party. So we're walking through the party, we're having drinks, and so we got the VIP pass, the VIP wristband. So we were able to go into the VIP section. And so, girl, when I go to the VIP section, I beeline it for the line. Okay, so boom, just like every other Cardi B party, let me tell you something. They had free food, free liquor. They had girls walking around giving you free blunts, pre-rolls, sativas at that, because they was giving like, girl, you're not falling asleep over here. They was giving out like socks, like goodie bags. Like they literally were giving out, like literally people were walking around with pre-rolls like on silver platters. I was in there smoking weed. Girl, I don't even smoke weed, child, because it was just out. Listen, they was in there smoking that, but like, okay. And listen, I was in there smoking it too. Mind you, I done got so high. I'm over there thinking that I know people that I don't know. I done thought I seen this girl that I knew that by the name of Passion. I just started yelling at the woman, Passion, Passion. She looked at me like, nigga, I'm not Passion. I'm like, girl, that's not Passion. Mind you, I'm thinking that's Passion from, what was that? Remember Passion? Girl, Passion, she spoke out on somebody recently. It wasn't Passion at the party. I don't know who it was. I was just yelling people's name. Then I seen Danny Lay brother. Okay? I seen Danny Lay brother in there, and I kept wanting to ask him, was he going to fight the baby? But my man kept saying, do not walk up to Danny Lay brother. But he was like right here. And I'm like, girl, that's Danny Lay brother. I'm finna ask him right now, is he going to fight the baby? Is he here? Do he want to go head up with the baby? Has he talked to the baby? My man was like, Armon, if you go ask him that, we're leaving. I'm like, oh my God, whatever, fine. So I walked the other way because, I'm drinking my drinks. I'm getting high. And then I'm walking around. And then I see Jason Lee. Dapped up with Jason Lee. And then I seen French Montana. French Montana was in the section. Then I seen NLA Choppa. And then I turn around and walks right past me is Odell Beckham Jr. I'm like, okay, Odell is kind of sick there, man. Just no shade, okay? So I seen Odell. And then who else did I see at the party? Oh, child, as I was walking out of the VIP part, did I seen A1. Now, if you guys know, I've done content and commentary on the Love and Hip Hop, and A1 has been part of my commentary. So, girl, I was so nervous when I seen A1. Girl, I looked this way because I'm like, girl, I hope, because the A1 and the mama wigs and stuff like that. Girl, so I was like, oh, girl, that is A1 right there. Me and my man looked at each other like, girl, that's A1. And I'm like, is that A1 or what's his name? Spring Breaker. It was him. And I was like, oh, let me go that way because I don't want him to kick my ass at this party. You know what I mean? I'm too high for that anyway. And I'm so high. If he says anything to me, I'll probably say something stupid. So you know what? Just keep it pushing. All right. So I started to keep walking and walking and walking. And I'm walking through the party, right? I ran into the guy from Zeus Network again. He walks in with his whole entourage of cameramen and security and assistants. It's just like this whole performance. And you're just like, wow, like this is happening like left and right. Meanwhile, while I'm walking through, it's strippers everywhere. I mean, it's ass everywhere. On top of the counter, on top of the, on the stage, throughout the crowd, on the floor, and it's just money being thrown everywhere. But the real party hadn't really kicked off yet because Offset, the Migos, Rich the Kid, and like Cardi B, they hadn't came yet. You know what I mean? So it really ain't really kick off yet. The strippers was just getting warmed up by the regular people money. Okay. Now I don't know who I thought I was because I thought I was gonna bring $100 and get $100 in ones and really, really do something. But yeah, I'm so glad I kept my change to myself and didn't do nothing because I'd have been highly embarrassed. And we'll get into that in a few. So anyway, I get drunk enough after I'm walking through this party because, I'm feeling myself because I can go in any room, See, when you get the VIP, when you got the VIP, you're able to walk in any room, okay? And mind you, every room had a different energy and every room had a different vibe. Like, they really did their thing for this party. Like, it was so dope. It was crowded. It was cool. Like, I had such a good time at this party. And so anyway, I'm walking through, and in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. I was able to go through the red carpet. And so something tells me to go back to the red carpet. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting, okay? So, boom. So I guess there was another lady. She was kind of like, man, I don't know if she works for them too or if she's a publicist too. I don't know. But she was kind of like making sure the right people was on the red carpet. And it was like 10 or 12, 15. It was a lot of camera guys there. Then they had like some media people. I think one of the girls that worked for Hollywood Unlocked, she was there doing the press. It was a red carpet, right? And girl, I'm not one of the ones that want to go and sit and do the how are you. I want to be the one that asks like, what am I wearing? And I want to take the picture. You know what I mean? I'm not really this. I'm more that. You know what I mean? Girl, there was this girl in front of me, right? And I guess the guy, I don't know, they must have knew the lady that was letting the people on the carpet or whatever. And so she went on the carpet, she took her picture. Now, mind you, see, I'm trying to get the attention of the other lady. Now, this lady obviously doesn't know who I am. And I mean, why would she, right? So anyway, she doesn't know who I am, but I'm trying to ask her, can I get on the carpet to take a picture? Because, girl, I want to take a picture. I'm a little nervous, though, because, it's his real cameraman. Like, this is not on your camera phone, but I got my man. He's using my phone just to take a little picture because they had the good light, right? So, and then you got the Hollywood Unlocked girl right there. And then I'm like, she's interviewing people. And I didn't expect her to interview me, but she knew who I was. And I knew that she knew because I had met her before. But anyway, the other girl that was kind of manning the carpet and was letting different people on and making sure that, seeing what celebrities was in the room and what celebrities wasn't there and the who's and who was on the carpet. So I was trying to get her attention. Baby, that woman was looking like this past me. She was not paying me no time. You could tell I just do like I'm literally like talking. That woman is not listening to me, okay? That woman was paying me dust. So I said, okay, I'll show you. So she walked away for a split second. Baby, that split second, something jumped in my spirit and said, take the carpet. Bitch, I must have went on there and all the cameras went up. And they was ready all at once, and they just started flashing away. And the only thing I knew was serve it, bitch. And I was in there, whoo, wah, whoo, wah, whoo, wah, huh, huh. Oh my God! When I tell you, I fooled out on that cover. Oh my God! I hope none of those pictures ever surface. Have you ever got secondhand embarrassment while you were doing something? I felt so damn dumb doing that. You could tell that I have never done that before. But something in my spirit said, give a lot because the girls act like they don't know who you are. And you know what? You need to let these bitches know. Armon is here, okay? And bitch, you serve it. And bitch, I did just that. I was like, girl, she gonna act like she don't hear me talking to her. That's fine. I'm finna get on this carpet, bitch, and I'm finna eat this carpet. And all these people on this carpet is finna take my picture. And they did just that. However, I looked a damn fool. I looked a damn fool. And I know I looked a fool. No one even have to tell me. Did a Hollywood a lot girl like this? She looked at because I think the girl must have gave her a look like, who the hell is that? The Hollywood a lot girl goes, Armon Wiggins. And I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, girl, you better go look it up. You better check out how I got here. No, but anyway. No, but so yeah, girl. So mind you, I fools completely out. I mean, I'm doing the Billy Porter. I mean, I really can't talk about Billy Porter now. Because if those pictures ever come out, oh my God, I'd be so. I mean, I was twirling and spinning and what? I thought it was on top. Like it was like, girl, slow down. Take the picture. We can tell you've never done this before. You know what I mean? Like you could just tell I was the loser that never been anywhere before. But you know what? I even have some of the pictures on my phone, and I'm so scared. I don't even look at those. Have you ever been so embarrassed? You're just like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And so I do have a red carpet picture at Offset's party, but I will never post it. You'll have to find it. It'll have to leak because, girl, it was some real amateur red carpet photo taking that I gave. Okay, I looked a fool. I embarrassed myself, but you know what? It was worth it because I got on that carpet and they appreciated the look. So much so that I was walking through and one of the reps for BET, I don't know exactly who she is. I don't know where it's at, but she was like, I'm loving your sneakers. I'm loving your look. I'm loving your outfit. People were taking pictures of me throughout the whole night. The girl from BET, she ended up having her camera guy take pictures of my shoes, my face, my outfit. I don't know where it's at, but they didn't get my Instagram or anything, but she was like panning me up. They did a small interview on me. It was dope. Like people were taking pictures of me left and right throughout the event. So that part was really, really cool. You know, it built my confidence a little bit more since I had already fooled out on the stage. Not on the stage, but on the red carpet. Okay. So boom. So here we are now. Fast forward after I do all that, Cardi B, Offset, I think Moneybagg Yo came, Rich the Kid, they all start coming out, right? So everybody starts rushing the stage. I see Cardi B. I'm like, oh my God, look at Cardi B. She looks so dope. I'm looking at her to make sure that we make the eye contact. And I can tell, like, once she see me, she like, oh, I bet you see her. Okay. So she started turning up. Offset, they was just throwing money. So mind you now, I tell my man, I said, now listen, this is a straight party. This is a straight party. You do not pick up any money off of the floor. They will beat us up, okay? You cannot touch the strippers' money. Do not touch any of the money, okay? Because we won't get beat up. So, mind you, they playing the music. Okay, right? Offset, Quavo, The other Migo, I can't even think of his name, but they was all there. Okay, Quavo walked right past me. They all right there. They got wads of money, and they just doing like this, boom, throwing the money at you. And then I'm like throwing it hard, like where they throw it so hard, then it just splat on the stripper, and it just go plow everywhere, right? And then the stripper just drop it to a split. As soon as I guess they can feel the stack, and it just go blap. And then Offset, he on the stage, and then he he flicking the dot. I mean, these is the straightest, the crispest. They just came out the printer, okay? And he throwing the money, blow, blow, right? And so it's almost offensive because as he's throwing the money, it's hitting you in the face. And it's sliding there. He was throwing so much money, it was getting stuck in my collar. And I'm trying to let it go. I'm really secretly thinking I'm about to just start putting some of this up because I'm trying to pay it. But you keep throwing it, and it's almost the way that you slapping me with it at this point. You know what I mean? You're not really throwing money in the air. You flinging it like blow, blow. And now instead of just hitting the strippers, it's hit me like this. Dot, wads of money. Just hit me in the face. And I'm like, okay. But my man, I don't think he could take all that. Because after they had hit him too many times, he just started collecting the money. Yeah, girl, I come home and he's got a whole wad of money. Conversation for another day. But he wasn't the only one. Mind you, it's the girls by me. It's some girls. They wasn't dancers, but they couldn't take too much either. They start saying, well, shit. They start getting down on the ground and start putting that money in their purse. I'm like, girl, y'all can do that. I'm not finna do this. I don't know who in here, and these people not finna beat me up. But then people was in there throwing hundreds of, they was throwing so much money. You look down at the floor, it was covered in money, okay? And let me tell you something, them strippers was working. Some of the strippers was getting mad though because they was trying to be where the Offset and Quavo and the big money throwers was at, because some of the strippers was behind me. They wasn't getting no money from me. They was somewhere way in the back. and you could hear she was smacking her lips. Let's go. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to open up some room for you. She pushing me. I'm like, girl, don't be mad. I'm trying to help you get through because I ain't got nothing for you. Okay, I guess enough money wasn't really making it back there. And so she was fed up because her homegirls was up there getting to the coin. Okay, they was doing splits and all kind of stuff, and they was getting all the cash. So I guess these girls in the back had got fed the F up and was like, we about to go get our coin. So they had got on the stage, baby, and it was just raining dollar bills, baby. And them girls was up there working it out. I guess all these girls is from New York. Cardi B had picked all the girls. They're all from New York. They were some of the most prettiest girls. They were some very, very pretty girls, especially the bartenders. Those were some beautiful girls, especially the one in the VIP. Those are some beautiful, 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 beautiful women that were at that party. And then one of my favorite strippers, they had this white girl. She had like a bob. That white girl, baby, she was in there. Woo, 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 woo. Pop, pop. The white girl wasn't playing with those black girls in there. The white girl, wow, 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 wow. The white girl was really, 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 really getting to it. I lived for the white girl. So yeah, and then they had another girl. She had on some glasses. She had a shortcut in glass. She looked like a nerdy girl, but she wasn't no nerdy when she would come to that dancing. She was really getting to it. So the strippers were very, 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 very entertaining. Because I've never been to a strip club before. So to see that was hell of interesting. You know what I mean? It was interesting. It was just crazy. And these niggas was throwing so much money and it was splattered everywhere. So that was exciting. And then too, after all that, this is where it became even more interesting. Cardi B started hosting, right? And then this is why I really fool with Cardi B. And a lot of people don't understand that this is why I fool with her. And then two things I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you guys why I fool with her. And I'm going to tell you why I do kind of feel bad for celebrities. All of them, honestly. I fool with her because she got down in the middle of the crowd with a bottle of Casamigos and was pouring people shots. It was cool. Now, when she got down there, though, she got down with the security. She asked the security. She was like, "Can I get down here?" Right? She asked the security. She was like, "Can I get down here?" And they were like, "Yeah." But the security was like, strong arming her. Now, if you go look at some of my videos and the videos that you see, the security is like they got her in a circle. and no one can get to her in the middle of the crowd. Like they created a barrier between her. And you know what Cardi B did? A lot of people won't know this. You know what she did? She tapped each security on the arm and said, "Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, we don't need that. I'm partying with them. They good. We good." Basically saying, let me party. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm Cardi B in this thing where we're not partying. I could feel the energy. These is people that fool with me. Like, ain't nobody on no weird stuff. Like, we good. Like, don't create a barricade. Like, don't do that. Like, and she was, and they let their arms down, and she was cool, and everybody, was respectful. I thought that was very, very, that was super humble. A lot of people like to feel like you can't get close to me, you can't touch me, but she told her securities, dude, chill out, back, drop your arms, drop your shoulders, let me connect with my people. That's what she did. And then another thing that she did, and this is where I feel bad for the celebrities, because it felt like we were watching them or like they were on a concert. And I could tell that they wanted to just have fun. They weren't performing, right? They were just partying like us. And a lot of times, I'm guilty of it. 9 times out of 10, if you're not them, then you've been guilty of it. This is us as regular people with our phones up. Their whole thing is, put your phone up, not because we're doing something crazy, but put your phone up because let's party. How can you party when you have your phone up? And so I feel bad for celebrities sometimes, because it's like when they just want to be regular or just want to have a party because they really just wanted to have a dope party, they couldn't really party because they had a flashlight in their damn face the whole time. You know what I mean? And instead of like really being able to party, we all got cameras in their face. We're not partying. We're just filming. They like, stop filming. Let's party. But then I on the flip side, you like, shit, I don't know if I'll ever get this moment again. I'm going to get this. This is exciting for me. You know what I mean? I am partying. I'm partying with you. This is crazy. So I get it. But it's just one of those catch-22s that was very, very interesting. But then you can also see the humbleness and the humility in both her and Offset, because they just really wanted to have a good time and a party. But nonetheless, Offset jumped into the crowd. We started partying. He started dancing. It was really, 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 really a nice experience. And then this happened, which I did not record it. Freshie, I ran into Freshie again. It kind of calmed down. He came up to me and he was like, "Have you met Cardi? Like, have you really, really met her? Like, have you talked to her?" I was like, "Well, yeah, like, He's like, "No, you haven't really met her." He grabbed my hand. He took me backstage. Cardi B was on top of the bar. I put my phone up because I'm like, I don't even want this to be about, like, I don't want her to think I'm just like trying to get a video or a picture or anything like that. Like, I really want us to connect. So he pulled her down, and me and her talked. No camera, none of this. I'm not going to get into the conversation, but it was a moment privately backstage where I'm like, wow, now I'm literally, this is not a picture about a car. This is like a face-to-face. Like, this is we talked. And so that was awesome. That was probably one of the best things. So Freshie, I really want to say shout out to Freshie for that. Shout out to Cardi B. All in all, after that, the party pretty much was over. I missed Kanye West because Kanye West pretty much was in the bathroom area. Like, one of my homeboys seen Kanye West. I didn't actually get to see Kanye West because that probably was around the time that I was fooling out on the red carpet or running around laughing at A1 or trying to figure out if Danny Lay's brother was going to fight DaBaby or looking for passion. But one of those, or smoking a joint with one of the strippers at the thing. Like, I was doing so much. Okay, I'm running around there because I've been smoking all that free weed that they was giving, and I don't smoke. That I missed Kanye West, and I feel like Kanye West walked in and walked out. So yeah, I missed Kanye, but my homeboy seen him. But either way, that was a dope party. Thank you. Shout out to Freshie. Shout out to Offset. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Cardi B. They really know how to throw a party. I'm always down to go to a Cardi B, Offset party because they are going to take care of you. This is one of my second or third industry parties that I've been to. Like, a long time ago, I went to a P. Diddy party, but I wasn't old enough to really understand what was happening. I was like 17, 18. So as I'm of age now and I'm able to go to these events, like, the bar is high now, because when I go to parties, I'm going to be looking to be taken care of the way that Cardi B, when her family and her team, they throw parties, because, they come in there and they make sure that everything is catered, and, you're good. You literally go to these parties. You don't have to worry about nothing. The bar is open. The weed is free. The food is free. The themes are fun. The music's good. Like, and people are popping out. Like, it's an experience. Like, you know what I mean? And you have a good time. Like, and there's probably so many people, again, because it was so many people at this party. It was such a huge venue that there's no way to run into everybody. But Odell Beckham Jr. is fine, bitch. Just no shade. Okay, no shade. I definitely did see him, and I was like, me and my man both looked at each other like, yes, God, he looked like how he looked on the internet, okay? But the girls were cute too. The girls was fine too. And so, yeah, it was a good party. Shout out to Freshie. Thank you so much for basically, looking out for me and my people. And I want to go again. I will always attend one of their parties, because it's always a lit situation, and you never know who is going to walk through the door. And then for me next time, I've also learned that, child, when you go on the red carpet, just be ready and don't do too much. But yeah, so that was my experience. And the next day, I pretty much got on the plane and flew home, back to my house. And yeah, so that was Offset's party. It was cool. I had fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know what parties you guys been to in the comments, and let me know if you guys enjoyed this story time. And until next time, I want you guys to keep that same energy, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.